champion to win a Super Bowl.
We can't push the issue. We're damn sure not going to be a market setter. We can't afford to be that way.
The Zeke Elliott holdout continues. I believe it's day 8. The Cowboys running back working out in Cabo. His team is in Oxnard. Cowboys brass making their case for not bowing to Zeke's contract desires. Thursday was Jerry Jones' turn to talk to the media.
I don't consider it, no. I don't in any way, when have I ever not done that? Okay. So I don't worry about that. You just keep plugging. I don't want to be a cliche, but it's what we tell these guys. It's just one foot in front of the other and go and do what you have to do the next play, which is put somebody else in there and just keep going.
We've covered this a lot, so let's be brief. When does this become a major concern?
I think once you get past week 3 of the preseason, third preseason game, fourth preseason game, you know, is really to try and figure out what the bottom 14 of your roster looks like, and then you get into game week for week 1 heading into September 8th. If he's not there then, I mean, we talked about it last year with Le'Veon Bell, that's when you start going, oh, this is real now. This is real, because we're actually going to try and win a game without this guy. We're actually going to try and win a football game without maybe our best player on the team. It becomes problematic then.
Deadlines spur reaction. Listen, Jerry Jones can say whatever he wants right now. There's only 2 teams that played a preseason game. It's all good right now. But let's get to a week before week 1. And then let's have the same conversation, you know, about a guy who basically your whole team is built around. Let's see.
My thought real quick is just that every time I've heard about an update on this situation, the comments have been positive. So I'm not fretting because the people I talk to are not fretting.
Right.
So I'm not fretting.
And I think we've said a number of times, so that deal seems imminent, but really not so much with the Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, it's really interesting because here's a guy that's sitting at $5.6 million. You're looking at the top of the market with Todd Gurley being at 14. The initial offer from the Chargers was $10 million. So I was told by the agent last week that he spoke to general manager Tom Telesco after they presented a counter. They didn't budge off of that. So that's when he, again, you know, asked for a trade. They were told, no, you can't seek trade partners. But you can see why this is an option that's being presented out there, right? Because if the Chargers are not coming off $10 million and he feels like he, you know, needs more, but then the Chargers feel like they got to pay Phillip Rivers, Hunter Henry, Pouncey, all of these guys, then what's going to give if you're not coming up off the number? Here's the other thing that I feel like is not getting stated with regards to this issue. The reason why this is more of a situation for Melvin Gordon is because he is on a team with a veteran quarterback that still has to be paid, who right now is at $20 million. You're looking at guys like Russell Wilson at $35. The reason why David Johnson got his money a year after being hurt and still got $13 million a year is because he's on a team with at the time, Josh Rosen, a rookie quarterback. So that's why you could presumably think why Melvin Gordon may want to go to a team where the quarterback situation is not like that.
Good point.
I'm just putting things in so he can get his money.
Good point. So then let's play, you know.
Oh, I don't know. You know, there's some teams out there that, you know, might be a good match. Yeah, I don't know. You know, south of the border in Texas, you know, that got a younger quarterback. That may be a good, you know, situation there. But we're just putting that out there. Nothing's done, of course, when we tampering. You know, Melvin Gordon is still with the Chargers. But, you know, that's a situation where maybe he can get some more of that money for what he's worth. When you compare it to the Chargers, where all these people have to get paid, matter of fact, Phillip Rivers at $20 million, he could have a stage of holdout right now. He's so below Drew Brees and Russell Wilson right now, his darn self. And he's 3 years younger than Drew Brees.
Well, here's what I do know. Melvin Gordon doesn't have any leverage. None. Zero. He has no leverage. And that Todd Gurley contract is I'm telling you, it's coming back to bite people. Right. People are scared right now because of literally the last quarter of the year, including the playoffs. That did a lot of damage to me, in my opinion, to the running back market.
The Todd Gurley contract?
Yeah, the way he performed at the end of the year with that contract, I guarantee you people are looking like, whoa, do I want to be paying a running back Looking at Todd Gurley's situation.
But even if he did that at 14.3, you still have David Johnson at 13. You still have Le'Veon at 13.1. So it's like still about a mil off. I think the discussion here is the fact that the running back market should never have cratered all the way down to the 8 million range, which it was 2 and 3 years ago when Devontae Freeman and those guys were getting paid. It really is just rebounded back to where it was in 2011 when Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson were getting paid. So regardless of the fact, and this is a great point that he got hurt, and it's like it's scary. But is it really about that, or the talk that I hear is that people are concerned that, you know, owners are trying to neutralize the market and bring it back to where it was with the running back pay 2 years ago?
Well, see, I'll tell you what, even more so than, you know, the running back market should be angry at what happened to Todd Gurley at the end of the year. The running back market should be mad at what Alvin Kamara is doing. As a non-first-round pick, what guys like Kareem Hunt did as non-first-round picks, what guys like Phillip Lindsay are doing as undrafted free agents. That's the problem. That's what teams are seeing. And then when you have success with teams like that who aren't $13, $14 million per year players, everyone looks at the same stuff. Everyone runs the same models. Everyone goes, okay, look, let's just look at this from a positional value standpoint. What affects winning percentages more? Quarterbacks, wide receivers, pass rushers, corners, or running backs. And that's where they fall down the pecking order. And then when Jerry has said it, he said it himself. We've already seen that you can win a Super Bowl without a front line, top line, highly paid running back. That's the problem.
Regular season play or postseason play? Because when it's the playoffs.
Did you just mention Jerry Jones?
Okay, look.
Oh, okay.
Listen. I guess what I'm saying, though, is this. The data is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm not going to sit here all of a sudden and start pining for analytics ruling the day, but it is a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Teams invest in it heavily, and common sense says, okay, even if I'm sitting back in there looking at them, I'm as pro player as anybody. All right? I would love to have gotten one of these contracts, and I would have been looking at everybody who was hating on me like, hate me.
Right.
I've got my money. But the fact is, when teams are looking at this, when they have a fixed amount of money they can spend, and I know the salary cap is going to explode, they're going to look at what's the most efficient way, because these other salaries are going through the roof, man.
Yes.
I mean, wide receivers are about to be above $20 million. Primary pass rushers and defensive tackles are going to blow the top off of $20 million. Quarterbacks are going to be in the 35. As soon as Patrick comes up, it's going to be in the 40 millions. Running backs are going to take the hit. They just are, until somehow maybe the trend changes where people say we need more veteran guys. But common sense tells you it's not going to go that way.
But, Lewis, I still think those stats still have to be distinguished between regular season play and postseason play, because people say that with regards to the, regular season and what have you. But when you look at the Super Bowl and you have a young quarterback, or some of these quarterbacks come out and they're all jittery, who are they handing the ball off to settle the game down? It's when the games matter and it's under pressure, who are they giving the ball to? It's the running backs to set the pace. So this is why I think a good point of contention when they're having the CBA negotiations is to really start talking about shorter rookie deals, because it's the running backs who have a shorter shelf life, and maybe whether it's positionally or overall. You like that talk?
That's
you like
the
that
only
talk?
thing that's
shorter rookie deals, so that they can get back and have a bite of the apple sooner.
I would put a big chunk of money down on the fact that that's the only thing that's going to correct this. Is because if you're able to get to the negotiating table quicker and more often. Otherwise, teams, this trend isn't going to change. Common sense tells you it's just not going.
All of that is common sense, and sometimes we don't see a ton of that.
Right.